Mic check. 1, 2. Man, what's up, Ursher? How about them Browns, man? Why is it always got to happen to Cleveland? Oh, lost connection. We back? Let's go. Get back. Hawkman Jay came in. Good connection. We back in action. Can we say a prayer for Cleveland for just a second? Like, I feel like we just need to all just put out our hands and send them some love, man. Dang, the mic is a big difference. You know, Mike Merck, I'm trying, bro. Like, I'm trying to step that game up, level up. Like, this isn't that rookie operation anymore. We becoming veterans. I know some of y'all been missing that rookie to veteran vibe, so we got a little bit of a rookie to veteran lesson today. Hawkman Jay, how you doing? So, man, that game was crazy. Ursher, real game of the year. John Kim, game of the year. That is debatable. It's definitely top 5. It was, this is why I also love living on the West Coast. You East Coast cats, man, I can't stay up that late. Hawkman Jay, you know what? My day, Money Honey, you are continuing to boom, girlfriend. I see the game, see the work on here. Y'all want a great follow, Money Honey. She's blown it up. Personal finance, written 2 books, just doing a lot. So why I got excited, today's Tuesday, December 15th. It is amazing what a difference, a phone call can make. And I just got off the phone with a great potential partner. And it's like, it's weird to sit and think, I've spent, COVID in this little room. That's where I podcast. That's where I hang. There's the little office stuff. Like, I've lived in here for now 8 months. My company was ruined. My company boomed. My company was ruined. My company boomed. And to think, you get off the phone call and all of a sudden you might have something that's going to work. It's going to scale. It's going to go. And it's an incredible feeling. So today is a good day. And I try to focus on the positives, try to see the good day and all. But right now it's feeling all right. Feeling good. So we got some people coming in, people dropping. We got 1 more minute, then we're going to start rolling. Michael Sullivan, Dallas the Savage. What you got? You got questions on money. You got questions on your plan. You got questions on football. You got questions on being an entrepreneur. Ryan Coffey, appreciate it. It's you're going to see me smile a little bit here because it feels good. Man, I'm sitting in a room by myself and it feels good. As a middle school athlete, what are some things I can do to get stronger? Who is that? Hey, it's Mitch 13. And Money Honey, what's your biggest financial win? Let's get to that here in a second. Middle school athlete, what are some things I can do to get stronger? So something I'm going to challenge myself to do. And you're going to say, oh, no way, you're not going to do that. I've heard crazy stories, and I got to talk to the CEO of the Seattle Seahawks, not Pete Carroll, the CEO, the guy who runs the actual company. And he said last year, 2019, he and his wife challenged themselves to do 1 more push-up each day. So on January 1st, you do 1. January 15th, you do 15. By the 100th day of the year, you're doing 100 push-ups a day. So, hey, it's Mitch. I challenge you. Follow that campaign. See if by the end of the year, December 31st, 2021, you can do 365 push-ups. I will guarantee you get stronger. Guaranteed. Then flip over and make sure you're doing some bridges and some leg holds to work on the lower body. But 100 push-ups a day challenge, 1 push-up per day is a great challenge. And it's, it's kind of a fun to see if you can track it, see how many it ends up being overall. But how to get stronger, push-ups, man. It ain't nothing wrong with that. And then squats. It blows my mind how many people just avoid the squat rack. Put on 135. I don't know how big you are, and just get your squats in. It is the greatest full body workout. So my biggest financial win this year, no doubt, I started a new money vehicle for me. I started my business. That was my win this year. As I invested in myself, I took the leap of being an entrepreneur. I weighed, fear, and I weighed regret, and regret lost out. So comparisons, contrast to closing a deal like today versus scoring a touchdown in the NFL. Well, you guys are the only ones that saw the win today. That's been the hard part in this business right now is the wins, the losses, you don't share them with anybody. And that's being an entrepreneur. That's the life of an entrepreneur. But like, you at least could go to like a bar with a buddy and have a high five or something. And, right now I had a great call, great, contract coming in, and it was crickets. I'm still in my slippers. I got my Lulu pants on. Like, I haven't put on dress shoes in a year. Like, so that's been scoring a touchdown in the NFL. It's a moment in your life where you look up and everybody's going kind of crazy and there's a buzz and there's electricity. And for just a split second, you think in your head, there's absolutely nowhere else I'd rather be. There's nowhere else I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm supposed to be, right here, right now. It's a really neat feeling, and you know how much it's earned. I remember my rookie year, one of my teammates from college got a touchdown. His name's Michael Bumpus. And in my head, I was like, to score a touchdown in the NFL is insane. And then I ended up scoring about 10 of them. And it does not get lost on me because I shouldn't have been out there in the first place. So it is a very similar feeling, but nothing's going to replace that feeling on the field. John Kemp, leg suck? Or leg days suck? No, they don't. Leg days are good. You gotta, and I've always been leg heavy, so that's why I like it. But hey, it's Mitch. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate the question. Good question. So I don't know what's going on. I think people are joining and dropping. It's kind of weird. It goes up and then it goes down. I don't know if it's the internet, if it's the TikTok community, or if it's just what it is. People get sick of me very quickly. Today, we got a very important topic. So yesterday, a lot of you hate it, but it's such a necessity. So that's like, you got to flip the mind. Like, one, if you ever want to put on weight's going to probably come in your legs. Two, if you play football or basketball, it's all legs. I remember very vividly getting introduced to the Niners team after they went to the Super Bowl, and I got to talk to them. Like, what was a workout? And like, what was a warrant? How do you prepare for the Super Bowl? And Sean Payton actually stole this and started to implement it. We no longer got the veteran kind of day off, and a lot of teams, a lot of organizations, they give the veterans some days to. You don't really tell like an 8-year pro how to go lift. You just don't do it. They're a grown person. Like, let them go handle their business. But after everybody started to hear the San Francisco 49ers, the Friday before Super Bowl Sunday, were like maxing out on squat, their defensive line. And their defensive line was just dirty. Justin Smith, Alden Smith, they had some mean nose tackles, mean D tackles. And they were maxing out squats Friday before Super Bowl Sunday. And so Sean Payton took it to the Saints. I bounced around to some other teams. People started to implement this idea that the one thing, I don't care if you're a veteran or not, you got to squat or you got to leg press, because it is just essential out on the field. We push, we move people. So if you want to be an athlete, can't skip those leg days. You also don't want to be Big Bird, big old top, little skinny leg bottom. My last leg day ended in a carotid artery dissection. Hawkman J, I hope you're joking, but I hope you're also all right. I'm currently 5'8", 120, and I'm looking to put on some weight. How do I really do that? Food, food, food. And it's not eat just everything in the world, but you got to look at, how do I put on good weight? I will tell you, push-ups is going to put on some good. Squats is going to put on some good. Getting creatine, monohydrate, or is it called monohydrate? Creatine. Don't go crazy on it, but creatine's okay. You know, you're gonna absorb some water. The water's gonna get sat into your muscles. I actually took creatine throughout my career because of that water retention. I looked at it from my brain and I said, hey, another little bubble of water around my brain is always a good thing. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I ate those for days, in between meals. And then if in middle school, I don't love getting into too much. But if not, creatine, protein, it's all diet. And you want to put on good weight. If you put on over 10, 15 pounds in a year, it's very rarely going to be good. Who's the best athlete you've ever seen on a field while playing? Oh, man, that's hard because I've been around the most natural, best athletes in the world. I remember my first day out on the field in Detroit, seeing Calvin Johnson, a 6'6" deer, take off and thinking that guy's different. You different. He was a natural. I got to work with Reggie Bush, who's, one of the most electrifying athletes in sports entertainment today. Guy named Carl Nix, left guard for the Saints, was a freak athlete. Cam Jordan, now he's, one of the best DNs in the game. Dude was a very, gifted specimen. So I got a long list of unbelievable athletes that I was around. Dude's just freaky fast, freaky athletic. There is definitely a difference between being an athlete and being athletic. That's what most people don't understand. Oh, you're 6'6", 250, you run at 4'6", you got all the intangibles, but you're not fluid. You're not smooth with it. You know what I mean? Like why I was better than most people thought is because I played basketball growing up. And it was a huge perk, huge advantage because it increased my athleticism. I'm not, but I'm good for now. Gotta laugh. Yeah, laugh it off, bro. That's real. JJ15, always appreciate validating. Things pop in your head, and then you're like, I'm not like 100% on that. Somebody better not Google and I'm wrong. Advice for cutting weight. Intermittent fasting is the thought of the moment. What I would say is stop eating after 6:30 or 7. Don't ever eat late night. Drink a ton of water. Water, you're hungry, you're not, you're thirsty. Just pound. Always have some kind of water real close because I'm always trying to cut a couple pounds. And truly it's going to be, if you lift, changing your lifts to higher sets, lower weight. But cutting weight is all discipline. It's also what goes in your mouth. Cut some carbs, don't cut all carbs. But I would say the one easy one to implement is stop eating after 7 p.m. You'll see a difference. You'll feel it real quickly. Who was a quarterback when you were at WSU? Alex Brink. What is more beneficial to an NFL team, a Hall of Fame quarterback or a Hall of Fame head coach? It is very hard to win in today's game without a great quarterback. And when I say win, I mean win the Super Bowl. A great, so if I had to have one, personally, I would take the quarterback because I can coach myself to some degree. Can't throw the ball. But that's a really good question. That's a predicament right there. That's tough both ways. So this is going to be my last segment, and then we're going to go right into money vehicle mindset. So this is a would you rather. Would you rather be the Super Bowl MVP or a Hall of Famer who never won a Super Bowl? Mike Merck, my guy. Mike Merck, would you rather be a Super Bowl MVP or a Hall of Famer that never won a Super Bowl? Love to hear your choices there. Remy, welcome to the community, the family, the movement. Hall of Famer, no doubt. Oh, King Castro, no doubt. Super Bowl MVP. So we got some doubts, some conflict there. Super Bowl MVP from Ursher. All right, Daniel Gonzalez, MVP, Hall of Famer, no ring. Parker, all right, Super Bowl MVP. I hate losing. BWG, Super Bowl MVP. You play to win that game, that one game. Hall of Famer for sure. Hall of Famer that never won the Super Bowl most likely made a lot more money. Ain't no doubt about that. Is Joe Burrow going to win a Super Bowl? Gut? No. Odds? No. Hope so. Both get respect. The Super Bowl MVP. True. True on the respect piece, EDP. Super Bowl MVP because better team. Hall of Famer is a single accomplishment. Play to win. Love it, David. JJ15, Hall of Fame. Super Bowl MVP, all about the rings. Hello, Hall of Fame, no ring. I don't want to be Nick Foles. Man, Nick Foles ain't mad. He got money and he's got a ring. You see. You play to win that game because your resume earns that gold jacket. What is your feeling about the Cleveland Browns this year? Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, Ohio State, top 4 still. So, heartbroken for Cleveland last night. They showed they have a team. They showed they're going to go to the playoffs. They showed they're in the right category. But that was a devastating loss. Not going to lie about that. So, yesterday, Nick Foles, a successful NFL quarterback? Yeah. What's wrong with being him? Yeah, that's a good question. Baker can't read a defense. Damn. One play, and Baker's story is totally different today. Yesterday, we talked about the credit trap around following the minimum amount due. Don't think a Super Bowl defines a career. Ooh, that's an interesting argument. Hello from Table Rock, Lake, Missouri. What's good? Yes. This is what's cool, man, is y'all are across the country. Thoughts on Dak Prescott? Nick Foles' career earnings, $74 million. Did he get to take all that home? No. But he probably took about 40 home. That's pretty good. Thoughts on Dak Prescott? You know, he has shown to be a great leader. He's shown to be able to general the team, be able to throw the ball where he needs to throw it, shown his athleticism. Will he ever be the player he was? No. That's the reality of injury. Can he still be great? Yes. And I'll be very curious to see how he develops, how he recovers, how he heals. It's heartbreaking, but that is the beauty of the game, is you got to cherish every moment. You never know when that one's coming. Go Ducks. Mr. Wheat saying go Ducks, getting into the Pac-12 title. Nick Foles loves currently in Chicago. Most underrated W. Who is that? EDB? I guess he can buy love. Best retirement fund to invest in, King Crab. A retirement vehicle or actual retirement fund, like where you want your money to go and be invested? How about Baker Mayfield? Is he the answer for Cleveland? I think he is a perfect fit for what they need right now, which they're going to be a predominantly running team. I think he has enough spark, enough flash, and charisma. I think he's a guy people like being around. That's an outsider's look in. Is he the answer? See, this is what is so hard. No, because he can't beat Kansas City. And so if you're looking for the answer, you got to go beat Kansas City. And right now, I don't see a team that's going to do that. Somebody might get lucky in the playoffs. All right, most under. All right. Yes, Roth IRA, Tristan, respect. Investment return. Most return for either one. Most return for retirement. You know, if I was going to choose one fund, and this is not going to break the bank or break the mold here, the S&P 500 is something we can all believe in. You know, United States, it's our capitalistic society. Doctor of Therapy here would like you to speak in regards to some research I'm compiling. Best way to contact Brandon Welsh. Drop a comment on my post, and yeah, well, we should connect. I don't know what kind of research you're conducting, but I like brain research if it's about that. We got to get to money today. The topic yesterday was minimum amount due. It made us mad. Why did it make us mad? Is because it's making America bankrupt. Paying 20+% on your credit card is insane. So I really want to talk about today. Yes, sir. Money Talk, King Castro. Get it. Teddy, welcome in, Teddy Guy. So today I want to give you a counterintuitive thought around why you shouldn't cancel old credit cards. And a lot of people hear that. I talk to people all the time. They're like, I got 2 or 3 credit cards, or I got this, I got that. And, I'm going to clean up and clear up my schedule. And I'm just going to go with one credit card. That's great. We're going to talk about that here in 1 second. So I want you to understand grace period. That is the period of time before your credit card amount is actually due. So one thing you got to write down, you got to know about your credit card is why or when, what day of the month is your credit money actually going to be pulled. That is a day we all need to know, because before that is the grace period. You are not going to be charged interest until that date. So you need to know that, because as we look at how to beat the credit game, you're going to look into automating it, and you can put the money in the day before your due date. So that is a great way to build out your system, build out your efficiencies, and use money. The second one is Visa and MasterCard is not your credit company. Visa and MasterCard are the transportal, or the way to transfer, the vendor that transfers the actual money out there right now. Best credit card for students in college, King Castro. I would challenge you to go to bankrate.com. They have a list, current daily list around what is the best credit card out right now. It is very hard for me to recommend. And again, why I'm different than a lot of people is I'm a certified financial planner. I don't like giving bad advice, and I'm not going to advise you on one product that's right for everybody. So it's hard. So what I can tell you is to go get a student credit card that has no annual fee. You don't need annual fees. Has the capacity of being able to automate and pay it off. That one should be a gimme and an easy. You're never going to take cash advances, because that's just silly and ludicrous. But with the idea of being a student today, you do get the reward of having more opportunity and chances to become and work on your credit history. So bankrate.com, I continually recommend that one, because it is a great resource and tool. As you look at rewards or getting cash back on credit cards, this is one you have to be very conscious of. Is if a credit company is going to give me rewards, they're a business. They only do things when they make money. So be red flag. Oh, I get $2 back on my cash purchases, blah, blah, blah. They're always going to be making money. So be on alert, be aware. How do you beat the credit card system? You live golden. Remember that rule. Do not spend more than you make. Focus on what you keep. You live golden from chapter 1. Do not spend money if it's not in your bank account. We set up bank accounts last chapter. Looking at that sum, you can never go above that. Treat your credit card just as if it was a debit card. Write that with those words down. Treat your credit card like a debit card. If it is not sitting in your bank account right now, you are not going to spend it. That is your rule. Treat your credit card like a debit card. Live golden. Number 2 is automate. We're all about efficiencies. Automate, automate, automate. We talked about habits, routines, building them. This is one. I wish this guy was my finance professor at A&M. Funny you should mention, I am a finance professor. Appreciate that. If you would like to take the Money Vehicle course, we have a built-out virtual course. Would love to offer it to somebody at A&M. That's one of the schools. We have it at a few other schools in Texas. We have not had any students at Texas A&M. So who's that? King Castro, 2000. So as you look at automating, that is going to build in efficiencies. Do you think it's necessary to have a credit card from BWG? Yes, 100%. And you're going to use it wisely. So I'm not worried about you getting it, because you're learning and you're here going into college to be a finance major. Any tips? 100%, Drew. So BWG, why it's necessary is because your credit score is your financial reputation. We got to understand the difference between a credit score and a credit report. Credit score is that 3-digit number from FICO. Credit report is from 3 different agencies, and they roll up and each have their own declarations and their own reports, and they create your credit score. So as you understand this, why I need a credit card is it because it's my first introduction into building my credit score that is going to ultimately be my financial reputation. When I go get student loans, when I go get a job application, an apartment application, a mortgage, a car, any of those items are going to look at your credit score. Did you say job application? Yes. Companies are now using your credit score as a form of looking at if they want to hire you. So I would highly recommend getting a credit card, but using it wisely. If you're not comfortable getting a traditional credit card, you can get a retail card. I have a Target retail card that I only use there. I pay it off right after I put money on it. That's a good way to start. You can become an authorized user on your parents. You can get a secured credit card, which says I'm going to put $500 in a bank account, and they treat that like a credit card, building my credit history. So I love that. Any tips on becoming a finance major? You need to not only understand the financial world these days to be an advisor, you need to understand psychology. There's a book, I think it's actually that blue one right there. It's called Behavioral Investment Counseling. Money is all about mindset. So if you're going to get into the financial world to potentially be an advisor, I would start with Your Money Vehicle. I mean, come on, obviously. It's a book, it's a virtual course, it's your call. But that would be a great way to begin. High yield savings account in a low interest rate environment. Are there some out there? Yes, it depends on your interpretation of high yield. You're not going to get 5, 6, 7% right now, 2, maybe 3%. You can search for those online. But we're not using our savings account to generate or create wealth. Our savings account is a systematic play. We're putting our past choices, we're putting our society choice, we're using that as a holding. So it is not in our current checking account because I don't want you to use it and waste it. I turn 18 next Wednesday and I'm excited to open a credit card and start investing. Ben Heem. Ben, happy birthday. Would love to send you the course for your birthday. And if you start investing at 18, you are going to be sitting in an excellent place for your freedom years. To buy a house, you need 3 lines of credit. Just a tip for the first buyers. That is Michael Sullivan coming in with great advice. Helps you when you're getting a car if you have a good credit score. John Kim. Oh, no, that's Ryan Coffey saying that. That is the truest advice. Your credit score is going to impact almost every decision you make. You could hook me up with an autograph, sir. Broncos dude, you win the contest, I'll gladly hook you up with an autograph. Yes, sir. All right. So here is what we led in with in the video, and this is going to be the question of the day. There are 5 elements. We don't have time to go through all of them. There are 5 elements in your credit score. Why canceling an old credit card could potentially hurt your credit scores for 3 of them. The first one, and somebody wrote in, credit history. How long have you had your credit history going? If your first credit card is the one you are canceling, that gets removed from your history once you close it. So having that first one continue to length of how long you've had that account. The second one is how much you actually have used of your available balance. So let's say I have 2 credit cards, both for $500, but I only put $200 on my credit card, right? So I have $1,000 of credit because I have 2 at $500. I put $200. So that means I'm using 200 of the 1,000. That's 20%. I want to clean up my financial life. I'm going to cancel one of my credit cards, putting my balance at only 500 instead of that 1,000. I use the same 200. Now instead of 20%, now I'm using 40%. That is why it impacts in a negative way. You remove some of your credit card available, and you will immediately start to be using more, even if you don't change your money habits. So, number one is how long. Number two is how much you use. And number three, one of the elements is how many types of credit do you actually have? If you eliminate one, credit scores like to see you handle multiple different types of accounts. So if you remove one, it eliminates one of those. The other two are going to be how many times you've inquired and have you missed any payments. Those are big ones. But those are the three reasons. Number one, how long. Number two, how much you use. And number three, what types. Length of accounts open matters. Hawkman J, number of active accounts matters. And because they'll miss you. Because they'll miss you. I was with you up until that last one. Mike Merck, credit availability. Absolutely. LeBron, leg cramps. Oldest credit card equals history. Truth. 30%. And I'm going to have to bounce here. So let's go with that answer. What are the three reasons you do not want to cancel an old credit card? Boom, boom. Ursher coming in hot. Daniel Gonzalez, credit history, how much available balance or how much you use, how many types of credit cards you have. Daniel Gonzalez, booyah. Derek Peasy, welcome back. Credit history, uses of available balance, types of credit inquiries, and missed payments. Love it. Ryan Coffey, credit history, credit usage, available credit. Bam, you guys are listening and we're working. One, how long? Mike Merck, how much you use and what you use it for. Credit John Kim. John Kim checking in from work, still getting it right. Take it easy, Jed. Greatly appreciated, LeBron. Credit history. Hawkman J. Booyah. Brandon West, history, usage, availability. All right, let's see who's our winner. I like to get some of the new peoples as winners. Brandon Welsh, 6. Let's see who got it first. Ursher coming in. I think Ursher and Daniel Gonzalez got it at the same time. So we will be checking in with you guys tomorrow. Boom, boom, boom. We start investing. Chapter 6. It's day 16. We're getting there. Chapter 6 is going to have 4 days to it. See you tomorrow. Be square. Be on time. Enjoy the day.